Well, I am here with Bruce Haulman. I am calling him the official historian of Vashon Island. And he's got some island fun facts for us. But before we do that, that's right, it is snack time, and here is this amazing spread from Bramble House. We've got that panna cotta, buttermilk, we've got this, it's like a beet with a pablama vinaigrette, skirt steak, gorgeous, this is like a sauce that she's kind of made up, it's an XO sauce. So anyway, so this is the food, and I'm gonna dig in, but first, okay, so you've got a book, you've got a web series, you teach classes, right. you tell all sorts of great stories about Vashon Island. So I'm really interested in the bike in the tree. Right. Everyone knows about the bike in the tree. So what's the background? You talk, I eat.
Oh,
okay?
I don't get to eat?
Well, you will in a
Wait
minute. You will in a minute. You will in a minute.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
It's a story about the Pooh's family, P-U-Z, who lived down near Tahlequah. And in 1954, they had a tragic house fire. The family was all gone except for the father, who was killed in the fire. Oh. And so the family was homeless, fatherless, and the community sort of gathered together and found them a place to rent just down the highway here.
Really?
And supplied clothes, toys, everything, food, whatever the family needed to sort of get started again. And one of the things that was donated was a bike for Donnie, who was about 9 years old at the time. Well, it was a great little bike, but unfortunately, it was a girl's bike.
Oh, he didn't want that.
He didn't really want it. And one day, playing in the woods behind what ultimately became Sound Food Restaurant, he just conveniently leaned it up against a tree and forgot about it.
And there it is.
And 20 years later, one of the guys working at the restaurant walks out into the woods and looks up 10 feet in the tree, and there's a bike.
God.
And so
I love that. It's naturally got lifted up.
Exactly. He had leaned it into a place in the tree where it grew around the bike, and it just grew up. And so 10 feet in the tree is this little bike for a 10-year-old.
It's the lore. It's the total lore.
It's very Vashon.
It's so Vashon.
Right.
Okay, one more detail, if you would, that people should know about Vashon.
Well, I think that the most interesting thing to me about Vashon is when it started as a settler community into the 1920s and 30s, it was largely separated little communities, all tied together by water, by what Dan Chasen called the water link. So mosquito fleet boats, you could get on a boat and go to Seattle or Tacoma. In fact, it was easier to go from the west side to the east side of Vashon by getting on a steamer and going to Tacoma and then getting on another steamer and coming up the east side than trying to get across the island. That changed in the 1910s and 1920s with roads, with automobiles, with car ferries. And so Vashon shifted from being a waterfront set of local communities, all with their own churches, their own meeting houses, their own stores, to a more centralized community, and shifted from Vashon. It shifted to Vashon Town, becoming the main commercial center.
What it is kind of now.
Yeah, and over 20 years, all those little local stores disappeared. We only have one. There were originally 14. Now there's one.
It's painful.
It is.
It?
Well,
that's the life.
It's the
life.
nature of urbanization.
Yeah.
It's the nature of sort of centralization.
So there it is.
That's the big story.
That's the big story.
That's the big
well,
story.
So if you want to learn a whole lot more about Vashon from this man here, he's got a book. You've got a web series. You teach classes, and all of that information is on his website. Hey, well, thank you so much for coming by and filling us in. And that is a wrap for this week. I do want to thank, obviously, Bramble House for this insanely fantastic spread of food. If you want to learn more about them, peruse their menu, make reservations, you can go to their website. And a big, gigantic thanks to Vashon Center for the Arts. This place is such a gorgeous facility. You definitely want to come and check it out for yourself, find out about, go to the calendar, and all sorts of events they've got going on their website as well. So we'll be back soon with lots more great local art, including my interview with Joel McHale.
Great.
That's going to be interesting.
Great.
Have a great week. Okay, so let's dive in, and I'm going to get most of that.
No. We're going to have to compete over that,
okay,
right?
I'll start.
Divide it down the middle.
Yeah, that's right. I can make the line.
Right, yes,
I'm going to start with dessert. I don't
Eat dessert first. You never know,
life
right?
Life is too short, baby.
You got it, right.
Oh, my God.